test. Okay, thank you, Merlin, for the introductions, and thank you so much to InterSystems to give me a chance to present in this events. Good afternoon, everyone here. So we are going to share experience or more about framework of thinkings that we are trying to build together with InterSystems as one of InterSystems local partner here in Indonesia. So the title that we choose together with InterSystems is Beyond the Data Platform, how we ICS compute leverage InterSystems to unlock the future of digital healthcare. And before I start the discussions, let me introduce a bit about ICS Compute. So we are a homegrown local company here, headquartered in Jakarta. We start our business early 2018, pretty much together when AWS entered Indonesia market, have office here, Google Cloud, and so. So we pretty much heavily focusing ourselves in the early days on the cloud solution, as well as all the cloud services on top of it. And we have grown quite good enough. So we have offices in Japan, we have office in Singapore, and we have office in Thailand, and we are in a process to open more offices in these regions. For a couple of years together with AWS, we've been able to be the leaders of AWS adoption here in Indonesia. We've been their partner of the year for 5 times in a row within of 7 years partnership with AWS. And then the things that really interesting is when ChatGPT become very popular in the market. So we've been playing around with AI together with our technology partner. We built, at the time, we thought that it is a very cool technology services and so. But the moment we are seeing the generative AI, the moment we are seeing large language model, the moment we are seeing multi-models capability of generative AI, and today we are seeing agentic AI workflow. So all that AI technology in the past become obsolete for us. But from the other point of view, just like if you are seeing a Gökhan presentation just now, the advancement of generative AI is really opening a lot of opportunity for pretty much everybody. So we are as a local company, a small company. We are not a billion-dollar company. In the early stage of generative AI, it is very difficult, or we can say impossible for us to have a very advanced generative AI capability. But now, with the advancement of agentic AI, all that things that used to be not possible for a typical company like us, it become really possible. But it really become possible, and that's when we are launching our generative AI platform, and we call it Red Pumpkins. So after helping more than 500 of our clients, we did hundreds of large migrations, cloud adoption, application modernizations. And then for the past 2 years, we talked to hundreds of our customers about generative AI. We did a proof of concept. We did a lot of pilot, hundreds of discussions. And the experience that we got from all this activity is pretty much just like what Gökhan mentioned just now in his slide, that about 38% of generative AI discussion or initiative within corporate and enterprises end up not going to productions. And the deployment itself takes, as the slide, more than 8 months. So with the advancements of agentic AI capability, we thought ourselves that we may have to build the solution based on a trustable platform. So that's when it's come our relationship with InterSystems, with the very advanced Iris data platform. So it is very important when it's come to generative AI because we try to trust ourselves to the AI to do things for us. So a trustable AI, a fully governed AI, is very important. And that's where we as a local partner here, working together with InterSystems, trying to build solutions that more customized toward the local needs, toward the local situation, the local situations, our client situation, and more importantly is affordability. Because for us here, everybody want to implement, everybody want to adopt a generative AI advancements of technology, but affordability is another issue that we have to take care. So this is what we are trying to do together with InterSystems as InterSystems partner here. We try to see ourselves within an agentic AI framework, and we try to build things in a customized model, and we try to see things step by step, one by one, start taking care from small challenges, small issue. So in every industry, including the healthcare industry, there always a concern, there is always a challenges that we see. For example, like a data silo and interoperability issues. Many healthcare provider, they are running on different system, and most of the time the data of each different system are in silo and is not really interconnected to each other. And interoperability of data also become a big issue. And then aging infrastructures. While everybody talking about the future of technology, we still see aging infrastructures of healthcare in the healthcare industry that limiting themselves to do innovations and more advanced solutions. We also see inefficient workflow and manual processes. We still see manual processes in the healthcare provider, especially in the rural area. And then the other challenges that we see is the lack of predictive and proactive care, and then limited access to the specialized care, which is very true, especially if we are seeing the rural area of Indonesia, where it is very difficult to get a good specialized healthcare practitioner there. And then at the end, it is rising healthcare costs. And this is really true both for the provider as well as for the patients and the family. So with this challenge, it's actually an options for us as part of the healthcare industry. If we are not taking care of that challenge, it doesn't mean that we will have difficulties in improving our service. We will have a problem in our daily operations. But things that we have to remember is by doing nothing to taking care of that challenge, there is actually cost that we have to face, which is an opportunity cost. For example, like our capability to do fast diagnosis, and then our capability to have a very integrated and complete information and picture of the patients. It may giving us patient morbidity, increase of patient morbidity and mortality issue. So this is the some of the costs that we may face if we are not really trying to take care of the challenge that we are seeing before. And then financial losses, reduced revenue. It's with inefficient operations, and also compliance. And then now we are seeing so many cybersecurity issues. It can be a data breach, and then lack of optimized resource allocations. This can substantially give financial losses to the healthcare organizations. And then as the the keynote from InterSystems CEO Terry this morning, one of his very important statement is, some of people think that generative AI, we may replace a job, we may replace a human, but it may not really true for the healthcare industry, because we actually have less healthcare practitioner to serve the needs of the markets. Yeah. And this impacting to the diminished staff morale and also high turnover because of the inefficient processes and inability to have informations to be ready. And then all of this, if we combine, it really limited our capacity to grow and to do innovations. And then what we are trying to do together with InterSystems is we try to take some of these challenges here to become an opportunity to grow together with the healthcare ecosystem, especially in Indonesia. So we try to take the risk and take this challenge, and then we try to find a solution how to improve, how to overcome this challenge. And then we try to take care of the silo data that and issue of interoperability of data using the InterSystem unified data capability, and then we combine with the advancement of agentic AI technology. So we are hoping that we are able to improve efficiency in the healthcare practice. And then, of course, at the end, we are trying to be able to participate in the innovations in the healthcare industry and how we are able to grow together in the healthcare industry to better service the ecosystems. So, in simple diagram, this is what we are trying together with InterSystems Iris data platform. Some of it you already see just now from Gokhan presentations, the detail of InterSystem capability. So we try to combine, on the left side, is the InterSystem Iris data platform with its advanced capability of data interoperability, that including the data analytic, and it's already have a built-in orchestrations, AI orchestration inside. And then we combine with our Red Pumpkin AI, where we are building the agentic AI framework. With the key message here is we are trying to localize our agentic AI framework and method toward the specific local data, toward the specific local needs. And it is very important that it has to be affordable for the healthcare ecosystem here in Indonesia, because affordability is the key for the healthcare ecosystem here in Indonesia, for them to be able to innovate further and operation in more efficient way. So we are putting readiness assessments in our agentic framework. We also doing LLM orchestrations. We do all the agentics framework components, such as the API, AI agents, AI tools. We do a model fine-tuning, because in a healthcare industry, and also pretty much in the same with other industry, one model may not really serve the needs. So we are also doing this model fine-tunings to make sure that the agentic AI or the AI solution that we are providing to the customer is really solving the real needs and really giving a business impact and benefits. And then, of course, bahasa localizations. So when for everybody here that may play around with the generative AI models, you may remember that about 9 months ago, capability of the large language model to take care Bahasa Indonesia in a very good context was really rare. And our option at that time is only Llama 2.0 from Meta that able to do a Bahasa, but at the same time we see that the context is not really a good context. But with the advancements and a very fast speed of large language models capability, now we are seeing a lot of large language model that able to take care Bahasa localizations. We did some testing for some local dialects, like in Jawa Barat, we are doing some testing with the Bahasa Sunda, and it is the large language model itself is capable to understand the Bahasa Sunda, and then capable also to give an output or outcome in Bahasa Sunda. So we combine everything here and try to localize it and do it in such a way so it is an affordable solution. And more importantly, we are putting InterSystem Iris data platform because it is very important that the platform itself has to be trustable. So in applications mode, this is what we are trying to do with InterSystem. So the InterSystem Iris with all the advanced capability that including the semantic data search. So it becomes very easy for us to put all different format of data in the InterSystems Iris data platform with its capability taking care so many different format, and then its capability, built-in capability to have a semantics data storage and as well as retrieval, because this is very important when it's come to generative AI, because we need to have a capability to retrieve and to search based on semantic context rather than traditional keywords. Yeah. And then ready built-in RAG from Iris Health. So this become a very easy platform for us to put in a retrieval augmented generation to make sure that our agentic AI is really able to retrieve information, current information or a specific information towards the usage. And then agentic AI orchestrations. When it comes to agentic AI, the things that really important is how we are able to manage the orchestrations between the component of the agentic AI cluster. Today, we may see an agentic AI cluster with, let's say, maybe 3, 5, 10 AI agent. But in the future, when, in my opinion, in the future, when agentic AI become really part of the organization operations, we are going to see hundreds of AI agents within an AI cluster. And on top of it, there are maybe hundreds of AI tools, API connections that combine into a big agentic workflow within a cluster. So the good thing about InterSystem Iris data platform is the orchestration is built in inside. So it is very easier for us as a partner of InterSystem that developing solutions to utilize the orchestrations of these all these agentics workflow components. And in a simple diagram, this is pretty much that we are trying to do, as I mentioned before. So there are so many data sources here, like EMR, and then data that coming from the hospital information system, laboratory, medical devices. Some data are coming from medical devices directly, like an IoT devices. And then now people are start doing telemedicine, just like what you see this morning during the demo. We have an avatars that helping us, and then other type of data. The good thing working together with InterSystem data platform, we don't really need to worry about all these data sources with a different format and different interoperability. InterSystem data, Iris data platform will taking care all these multimodal databases. So for us as a partner, we just add in what is really needed there, which is what we are taking part here is we are adding in the agentic AI framework that able to be customized based on a customer need, based on a specific customer data. And then we do orchestrations, we do a localizations of that solution. And working together with InterSystem, we are really able to have agnostics models. So if the customer, they want to use an anthropics model, we are able to put in anthropic models there, or using OpenAI, or using a DeepSeek, or using a specific fine-tuned small models. So the possibility is really open there. And then when it's come to the deployment itself, we have options to be put in a cloud. It can be any cloud hyperscaler cloud providers. And I think one of the important things when it's come to our deployment together with InterSystem is the capability to do on-premise deployment. In some other vertical, this on-premise may be not really an issue, but in a very heavily compliance vertical, sometimes on-premise deployment is the only choices. So with this InterSystem platform, we have full choices, including the on-premise options. And then, so that's from a technical perspective, from a platform perspective. So what is the things that really matters for us? So we are trying to have an objective from platform to have a better care capabilities towards the healthcare ecosystems, such as the unified patient record. So we can have a capability to have a complete view of patient information across the systems, and then clinical decision support. So using an evidence-based guidance for doctor and clinicians, practitioners. So we will be able to help them to have a clinical decision faster and more accurate. And for our providers, we are seeing, or we are thinking we may be able to help operational efficiency by reducing a complex and inefficient workflow. And we put in agentic AI capability to do some automations and processes. And then personalized treatment and research. So with the capability of agentic AI to pull all the information of that specific patient, we may able to give a personalized treatment rather than a general or generic treatment toward the patients. And this is some of the frameworks that we are trying to do. So the key here, when it's come to Gen AI deployment, this is based on the experience that we are talking to hundreds of customers, do some POC and piloting. The key is we don't need to start in a big bang. We can start with a small scale. We can start by taking care of simple stuff, simple objectives. In the beginning of generative AI, maybe about 12, 16 months ago, the option to do this step by step, start from small, it may not really there. But with the agentic AI, now this framework is really possible. So instead of thinking a big bang, trying to taking care a big and very complex issue, we can start step by step and implement it step by step, start with small, and then along the time, we're adding more capability by adding more AI agents, AI tool, API connection, putting more data set, and so on. So, for example, in this use case framework, so we come up with a name called a Smart Care Virtual Assistant. And who is the persona that we are trying to take care here is the patients and the family. And what is the challenge that we are trying to see here? We start small, we start a simple challenge. So we see that sometimes patients have to wait too long in the healthcare provider, and then also limited accessibility, or sometimes there is a language gaps, because as you may know, based on the Danantara presentation this morning, there are so many Indonesian patients that go abroad just to have a better treatment. So language gap can be an issue there. So with the agentic AI and the capability of Iris data platform, we are trying to have a solution where it is able to use a natural language understanding. So instead of clicking a platform or clicking some buttons, we are using a conversational mode, using a natural language understanding. And then we can have a multilingual support for different languages or maybe a dialects. This is especially true and very important for serving the rural area. And then we can put in a simple function such as appointment management, where the agentic AI will be able to taking care the appointment management, appointments with the practitioner and so. And then we can have a patient feedback collections. This is some of the small steps, some of the small basic issue that we can taking care with agentic AI. And along the time when we implementing this, and the providers run this into a small productions and piloting, they are adding more function by adding more agent AI and capabilities. The next one is, we call it a Med Knowledge Hub. And the persona here is the hospital staff. So when the first time I heard a statement that the burned out issue or the well-being issue within the in the healthcare ecosystem, I thought is not really true. But when we see the data, when we see the real environment, and we see that the numbers of medical practitioner is actually much lesser than it is needed to serve the populations, then we can see that this burnout issue, this well-being issue, is really there, and we can take this challenge as one of a step for these use cases. So in these use cases, we are putting an intelligent search and retrieval, where we are helping the hospital's staff to know what is the SOP, what is the guidelines, what is the knowledge system that they need during their day-to-day works and operations. We are putting an integration with the existing system. So instead of going to every different system one by one, we are able to ask the agentic AI to taking care of that processes for us, and then we are trying to solve an issue of cross-divisions collaborations. We are putting agentic framework on how we are able to collaborate between cross-division and different data, different system and platform. So the same with the framework of thinking just now. We are we are taking a step-by-step approach. We are taking a customized approach. We are taking agile method where we start the production with a simple stuff, and then along the time we adding more AI agent, we adding more capability. And then the third one, we call it auto doc assistant. So the persona here is for the doctor and clinicians. And we take a simple challenge here is the manual notes take too much time, cause stress, reduce patient care. So just like what you see this morning during the demo in the main presentations, pretty much this is the same things that we are trying to do, but with more a localized approach, with more affordability approach. So we are putting ambient listening and transcriptions where the AI and the AI agent will be able to do this stuff and do an automatic clinical note generations. And the AI itself, the model itself, it's pre-trained with the medical terminology recognitions. So it's not a generics one. And then the summary and so and so. So with this capability, what we are really trying to do is to give the doctor and healthcare practitioner really putting focus and time toward taking care of the patients instead of the administration's works. So as a closing and summary, so what we are trying to do here together with InterSystems is we really would like to take the challenges that we see in the healthcare industry, not all of the challenges, because we are trying to see step by step. We take the simple stuff, we take the small stuff, we try to have a solution of that one, and then with a measurable result. And then along the time with agile development and agentic AI framework, we are putting in more features, putting in more AI agents, putting in more AI components to solve more concern, more problem. And then along the time, we enhance the solution itself, we enhance the platform itself, we enhance the operation itself toward more efficient operations. So this is what we are trying to do together with InterSystems as part of InterSystems partner ecosystem. And with that, that's the end of my presentations. And once again, thank you very much for everybody here to listening for this sharing session. Thank you so much.